Greetings everyone, please come on to make sure everything's set on up. I need to update the YouTube thumbnail since it failed to upload again. And looks like that's all good to go. There we go, that's all good. Looks like everything's booted on up. Time to the live chat windows. Appears to be all good now. Appears to be all good. And give me a check my other computer. And looks like that's all good to go. So let's go get started. I do have a handful of replays saved on up, but they all seem to be on the shorter side, so I'm going to try to find some longer ones like that one. At least 22 minutes, very good. I've been trying to get at least 20-minute long replays, something as a minimum standard. And so let's get started. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age Mythology replay. Spawn on top left side as the blue Ra, we got Isio Marto. Spawn on bottom right side as the red Zeus, we got Pegasus. Is that rain in game or something else? Oh, that was rain from the main menu, yes. Ambient music they have in the menu, I think that you're hearing. Age Mythology, the retool did a good job with all the ambient sounds. When it comes to the major gods, Ra is focused on mid-goal stronghold units and empowerment. Laborers get plus 25% faster gathering rate from berries. Camel riders, chariot archers, and royal elephants have more hit points, so their mid-goal stronghold units are healthier. They've been eating much better. And Pharaoh empowered monuments also empowered nearby 60% efficiency, and priests can also 60% efficiency as Pharaoh, so they are equal. Oh, of course, point targeted. Of course, Zeus is the Greek god who does offer the infantry and heroes focus. Start with a tiny amount of favor, generates 20% more favor, which is equivalent to Aphrodite's upgrade. Myth units cost 1 less population. And infantry do 60% more damage versus buildings, and hoplites move faster. When it comes to initial minor gods, of course, got Athena versus Hermes. Since Ra's more focused on mid-goal stronghold, restoration will be always useful. Pierced armor can be very nice versus the chariot archer, and Sarastia just improves your hoplites, make them just generally better. Or you get Hermes, gives access to ceasefire, the centaur, the make your Pegasus get you free Pegasus and make them move better and see farther, and or make your cavalry move faster and increase their damage by 10%. I watched the Age Mythology video and I forgot how much I love this game. Yep. It did it very well. Looks like we do have age up to Fa. A Fa can offer the Shifting Stance, an excellent god power. The Wadjet, a horrible myth unit. I absolutely hate the thing. The Scalp Axis makes your Axeman just a bit better. Good versus the Hoplites. The Leather Frame Shield makes your Pierce Spearmen have better Pierce Armor, which is always nice. And Electrum Bullets give your Slingers some divine damage and increase their damage by 10%. Also make your farms cheaper and make it easy transition to them. Yeah, Giant Grant Games does excellent videos. If you also have he also has a Warcraft 3 video that's 4 hours 40 minutes and 44 minutes and 44 seconds. If you're interested in that as well. And it's Warcraft and somewhat touches Reforged, but mostly just talks about Warcraft original and expansion. Hercules picked up a relic. It gives Polygamon statues trying to deliver his opponent. Give villagers plus 40% hit points. I think blue would love to have that. We got multiple watches there and some spearmans. Shifting Sands. Shifting Sands here does find these villagers. Gets some good damage there. The couple priests smiting the Minotaur. Spearmen are generally just okay in the situation. They're a pretty good generalist unit. Priests, of course, a good counter myth unit there, and did get some good damage on those villagers. Hercules does bop some of these Wadjets. And the priests are trying to heal the Wadjet as they are playing Ring Around the Rosie. Does manage to save the Wadjet. It'll take a bit of time to get that thing healed on up, among other units. Before I'll just clean up the granary there. And here comes Jason, going to shank the Wadjet. The Wadjet has been shanked. If snakes are... You can eat snakes. I wonder how Wadjet wing meat tastes like. No, I've never played StarCraft or Warcraft. StarCraft, we didn't have internet back then. I think Warcraft is that. I forgot the genre. The Warcraft, not World of Warcraft, but Warcraft 1, 2, 3 are RTSs. World of Warcraft is the MMO. The MMO. Warcraft 3 is a RPG. Not RPG, is a RTS with a lot of role-playing elements. It is vastly different than World of Warcraft. In fact, World of Warcraft is based off of Warcraft 3. And of course the other Warcrafts. So just shank one of the units there. Hercules is one. Field Spearmen, of course, they're agile. They make for a decent raiding unit. They're also more of a counter cavalry unit there, but they're a bit more generous. 7 base damage is okay. Not as great as Hoplites, but 5 speed is very good. Hercules also has seen that movement speed, and this is going to become extra holy. Full of holes. Priest here has picked up a relic, is the Polygamon statue. And we do have now towns that are being established by blue over here. Oh, looks like these villagers are becoming meat wizards. After all, they're turning chicken into chicken. Does show off that relic there. Another relic over here. This one is Scare Pendant. Makes your crush damage just 20% more effective. Over here, that is a obelisk. Over here, we've got the Ankh of Ra. Just gives you a bit of favor generation. Not too bad. And I think Red has picked up a relic as well. Red has picked up the Hectate's Torches, an excellent god power. Makes your god power is 10% cheaper and cooldown 10% faster. Excellent for Zeus, who ages up to Plentyvault, but Heroes was another good pick. Good number of spearmen there. Of course, Zeus cannot age up to Ares, so cannot get early Hypaspis. And blue has now Axemen to counter out the infantry. So blue or red needs to get out some Toxates, help counter all these infantry units there. Minotaur wouldn't be half bad either. He has 4 villagers on favor as well. Spearmen, Axemen pursuing the Spearmen, or Hoplites. Give a comparison to Hoplite to Spearmen, or we'll worry about it a little bit later after this fight. Does cost 90 resources, 8 damage, same attack speed, only plus 25% bonus damage, and has 115 hit points. And for Zeus variant, 4.9 movement speed. Spearmen here costs 75 resources as opposed to 90. Same movement speed, effectively. Takes a bit of damage there, backing on off now. Red's forces don't have access to priest, so no healing for these units. Does have extra restoration, but gotta be a bit careful of that. Moving around here, Axemen will pose a problem. Does got that one unit over there. Oh, we got 3 Bull Minotaur here. 4 Bull Minotaur. I missed all the Bull Minotaur, so he did go for a proper counter. This one is deployed a lack of priests there to smite the Minotaur. The priests do take it killed off there. Priests are more closer to a soft counter than a hard counter than Myth units. After all, they have very low base damage while they have good multiplier and good attack speed. Oh, bolts the Pharaoh. That's actually an excellent option since there's so many Minotaur on the field. These priests are effectively do about 15 DPS versus these Minotaur, which is not too significant, honestly. Minotaur have good amount of health, and with the Lavros Minos, they have excellent movement speed, faster than the Spearman and Hoplites. And Red's going to use that to fall back there. Took some damage. Got more priests being pulled in the field.
Enito.
Storehouse being built. Trying to collect up some gold. Various research, including copper research. Saracia being researched as well. But trying to compare the two once again. Let's see, there's a Spearman. You can see here 80 health, which is a lot less than 115. Of course, have 1 less damage. But a lot less health. 40-15 versus 40-15. That's pretty much the same. So Hoplites are a lot more beefier and have higher base damage. Of course, their base speed is slower. Zeus does boost their speed up a little bit. And they have less multiplier versus cavalry, so Spearmen are better anti-cavalry units. But Hoplites are very good generalist. Priests here are starting to smite some of these Minotaur. Does bull rush a good number of these villagers. They're in the villager line, but looks another villagers go down. They took some damage there. The Minotaur are trying to back on off. Split the damage quite nicely. Zeus could save up for another restoration. Could be quite nice. Every single Minotaur does cost 15 favor. So 7 Minotaur times 15. I would say then divided by 2 because it's about 50% health loss across all of them. So let's just call it 4. Easy math. So 60 favor. So 90 favor from the restoration is not enough to be cost effective in my opinion. So the momentum is another matter. I've got the Pharaoh here. The Pharaoh is a lot more powerful. 14.4 with a 2.5 multiplier. Minotaur do not have crush damage like the Cyclopes. Priests are trying to become extra holy, being hit by those hoplites quite significantly. And just got a very good number of priests on the field to smite these Minotaur. Of course, got the Townsend here. Does have its arrows. Red is lacking any sort of siege damage or crush damage. Hercules is getting pelted by rocks, which is not the H3 flying birdie. And the Minotaur is getting smited. And some of these villagers are getting hit there. More Minotaurs are going down. More Minotaurs in build queue. And the villagers are getting shanked pretty bad by the Hoplites. Blue has a superior number of villagers. Good number of villagers here are quite wounded. Open, there's Blue's army. That's not composed of priests. Got a good number of axemen there. Mages want to generally fight. None of these Minotaur are actually quite wounded. Starting to have the priestess smiting down the Minotaur. 1 Minotaur remains. Good number of hoplites. No medium hoplites just yet. You can go. The medium upgrade is probably useful once you get about 30 of them on the field. We have now medium axeman. Another Minotaur does go down. Good bull rushes there. Now I got the medium hoplite upgrade. The Red's army's not that great. Looks like his army's solely composed of 2 Minotaur, if my offhand math is incorrect. And again, these are 2 population, not 3, so it is probably incorrect. Villagers migrating over to the hippopotamus. That's a good pile of hippopotamus. It feels like this map may have got increased. I think they increased food generation. Because I don't remember a group of 6 hippopotamus. I hope they come in groups of 3 or 4. It's always a good idea. I always like to see the maps with more food on the field. I think those maps tend to be a bit more fun. It also dissuades turtling, getting all the delicious food off the field. Not to mention... yeah, it just dissuades turtling. Do now have Sobek being researched, which does give you access to Petrusos, which can be upgraded to Pet Sobeks. Thanks, Grant.
Great.
We also watch it on the build queue. I absolutely hate watches. I think they are absolutely worthless, and I think Gold Edition did them better. Good enough priests here to heal up all those units. Hoplites find some villagers. They are very wounded. With the copper upgrades, they have 9.6 damage. And still a very good number of Minotaur. Pets Sobek or Petsuchos soon be deployed in the field with the Sobek. Ah, I think you've know about Giant Grant Games as well. There's the Petrusos. We also got the Rock Bird or Boulder Bird. Full Minotaur engagement. The watch is getting ripped apart. And those are the Axemen are getting ripped apart by the hoplites as well. Oh yeah, Age Mythology's audio is excellent. Too bad Ensemble Studios no longer exists. Oh, looks like that area is traversable. That is good to know. Blue may need to get that rectified. I think Blue's rectifying that now. Let's see now. Oh, got an engagement over here. Looks like some Axemen find some hoplites, Jason, and some more Minotaur. Blues will find a good number of villagers here. Rock getting hit by Jason. And here comes the locusts. They like eating crops and villagers. Priest starting to smite a good number of these Minotaur. These Axemen are flying everywhere. Two more Minotaur being deployed on the field. He's got 13 villagers in favor. The soft cap is 8 for favor generation, or so getting diminishing returns. So it's probably a good idea not to go past 8 villagers. It does go back down to 5, or no, goes still at 12. It's probably better good idea not to go past 8 until you probably get the mythic age. I'm fine with either. You don't really see mass Minotaur. So, Red's going for an unusual composition of a mass Minotaur. Priests still trying to smite some of these Minotaur. Blue needs to get out some more priests, getting out some more Axemans. He's gotten the heavy Axeman upgrade as well. So the Minotaur getting smite. We do have now the rock flying about. And Red's going to break on through. Got the Pharaoh now on the front line. He needs to be focused on smiting the Minotaur. Pharaoh does go down again. More axemen, more priests being summoned. It looks like red's being warded on off, though some of these villagers are getting killed off. Great bold charge there. Yep, the Flying Eagle is a flying transport unit. It is never really used in multiplayer. Maybe naval maps, but most times you just use it as a scout. Oh, the can somewhat look like a beer keg, but it is in fact a tent. Speaking about the age up, I forgot to mention what Pet Sobek or Sobek does offer. It does offer the Locust, as we saw, the Rock, the Pet Suchos, the Pet Sobek upgrade. Sun-Dried Bricks makes your buildings healthier and cost less gold. Dark Water makes your camels have more hit points and some regen. And, of course, Krakens. Or, not Krakens, some sort of ship upgrade. Good number of blue villagers here. A very good number of blue villagers. Shifting Sands, the blue villagers away. Excellent teleport. Expensive, but very good. Another round of locusts there. Try to hit these red villagers. Got a good number of them. It looks like it is affecting his own villagers, but only by a small amount. Dionysus now being queued on up. Give access to Hydra to Hail, as well as Lethargian horses and Dionysia. Dionysia does increase all of your human soldiers' health. No, I think it's all units' health by 5%, which is very nice, generous. And Lethargian horses makes your cavalry have life steal. This, oh no. The Minotaur have been relentless. I've never seen this many Minotaur deployed on the field. Teleport and flying beer. What alcohol did the Egyptians brew in ancient history? Probably some sort of wheat-based one, so probably a kvass. Yeah, I'm not sure. Because after all, there's actually more evidence in history that humanity did not settle down to grow crops for food. It's more likely that they settled down to grow crops to brew alcohol, because growing crops for food was, of course, a bit of a novel idea, and meat is far more nutritious. Well, of course, you can't exactly brew beer while on the move. Why we live in democracy? I don't live in democracy, I live in a constitutional republic. Very different. Got now the heavy infantry and the copper weapons being researched. Oh, Red didn't research that yet. That's going to be very nice. Soracia was the one that improves damage a little bit. Thunderbolt Minotaur getting a snipe there. Got the bronze there. And here's the Hydra. Hail Hydra. Axemen are actually sort of stuck here. I think he actually hit a whole ground stance button. I think he hit a bad formation somewhat. A lot of those axemen were just sort of standing there. That's not good. Hydra has gone down. Bold Minotaur does find these villagers. Priests are smiting the Bold Minotaur once again. Blue still has a superior number of villagers in the field. Trade archers are being deployed in the field, which are nice against the hoplites. Axemen still be useful though. Miggle Stronghold does get destroyed. Now Paul can drink a lot of beer. And Blue's losing a good number of villagers now. 39 villagers versus 52. Only has one town center unless it's and Blue does go ahead and resign. Excellent play by Red with these hoplites and mass Minotaur. That was far more effective than I expected. As Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Give me a moment to open up this drink over here. There we go, and let's find another, hopefully, good game. Let's see, any of these names seem familiar? I don't know why, this name seems familiar. An okay average player. Which is not bad, just not good enough. Had fun a couple years. One, it's like how broken UK is with Churchills. I think the most broken thing with the UK in Couple Years 1 is probably the trenches. The base has become bulletproof. I can never learn how to fight trenches. Well, let's do that one there. Good length. And yep. Greetings everyone, and great here with another Age Mythology replay. Spawn on top left side as the blue Zeus. We got Peruvator, so something involving Peru. Spawn on the south side as the red set. We got Cobaltino. Cobaltino? Oh, I butchered that name well enough as well. Yep, though that's actually not too uncommon. Infantry can build bunkers. By the way, when it comes to the major gods, of course, got Zeus. Focus on infantry heroes. Starts favor. Generates favor faster. Myth units cost less pop. Infantry move bonus damage for buildings. And hoplites move 15% faster. Set course is the barracks focus. Barracks can summon animals as set, which is actually quite nice because you can turn your favor into ease to eat food. Priests can convert wild animals, but of course they lose a bit of their food there. But still a great way to get food back at home. Spearman, Axeman, and Slingers get a slight speed bonus. 5% is not too much, but can be nice. Can't really tell from this from up here in caster mode. Barracks, siege works, and Miggle controls cost less gold. Makes it a bit more convenient to build them all. And monuments reduce the cost of nearby units and barracks strong and Miggle stronghold units by 10%, which is very nice there. When it comes to the initial minor gods, got Anubis, or Fa. I'm a bit more biased towards Fa. Shifting Grounds is an excellent god power. The Wadjet is a completely horrible myth unit, and I absolutely hate it. The other part that's good is Shut-Up. Shut-Up makes your farms cost 50% less, which is very nice, easier to transition to it. Makes your X-Men 50% faster, better. Makes your Spearmen a little bit more resilient, which can be useful versus Tox phase. And of course, gives your Slingers a little bit of divine damage, increase the damage by a little bit, which is nice. Anubis provides the Plague of Serpents, which is just okay. The Nubites are nice. They're actually pretty cheap in food, which makes them pretty nice there. Monuments generate more favor, Nubite upgrade, and Spearmen get a pathetically low amount of poison damage. Who aged up? Looks like Zeus aged up to Athena, while Set does age up to Fa. Of course, Athena does provide Restoration, Minotaur, more Pierce Armor for infantry, and of course, hoplites can increase range and melee damage. We got the Bear of Set deployed in the field. It does contain 187 delicious food. There's the Baboon of Set, and there's the obelisk is here to spot, allowing him to start converting these animals to them back on home. If I remember correctly, occasionally some of these animals are a little bit bigger than the others. Looks like they are all the same model though. And red's not paying close enough attention up here to convert more animals. And blue's gone for an early town center. We do have clairvoyance to get reuse of the vision.
Lege.
Yep, I know you can use fire grenades on trenches, just not. I just hate spending munitions like that. Back to Heart of the Swarm. Oh, back to Heart of Storm. Got it. You're going... Wait. Oh, so you're playing some StarCraft. You have now the granary. Does take a bit of damage there. The bears are very hungry. They're trying to get on in. You also have some hyenas set. The priest of set's going to be healing up the spearman of set, while the other one will be building an obelisk of set. The baboon of set is moving over to the left.
Έτοιμος.
And Zeus is eyeing for some Toxidays. The slingers are set being deployed in the field. We do have the bearer of set starting going down. Some of these villagers are getting poisoned. Oh, vision god power there. We got multiple Wadgets being blown in the field. I hate the Wadgets. I really just hate the Wadgets. The damage DPS is bad. 8. The poison damage is bad. It does like 2 damage over 6 seconds, which is just horrible. I hate Wadgets. They're also pretty slow at 3.8. They do cost 15 favor. I hate Wadgets. I absolutely hate Wadgets. Maybe just a me thing, but I put no value on the poison damage. What is their big benefit? Spits venom. I think the gold edition was better when it had the multi-shot thing. Nope, looks like the obelisk of set's going down to the scout of Zeus. 1 damage at a time. Got a bear set over here, can go ahead and start eating the scout of Zeus. Only 1 priest is set in there to engage Norm the Minotaur of Zeus. Good number of Toxidays here. This top light does get hit. You can see the poison damage. So it's when there's 2 of them getting hit. I wonder if they actually made it so now it stacks. Because beforehand, poison damage did not stack. They actually may have buffed it since the last time I checked, because I remember doing it just pathetically bad amount of damage, unless Wadgets has a bit more souped up poison damage. The bear of Set takes some damage there. Restoration is deployed out by Zeus. The priests of Set are smiting Norm. Norm does go down there. Jason Hercules are bashing down the Wadgets of Set. It looks like the army of Set is just getting ripped apart in general. You have a hit this here. And just an excellent Toxidays picking off all the axemen and spearmen. Hyenas Set are pushing forward and getting bashed in there. We've got some food here, which Blue can take time to start cleaning on up. It's in a reasonable position from the granary, so probably a good idea to start eating it. Yet now the settlement of Set now going on up. And got 2 monuments of Set as well. Nope, looks like this obelisk of Set does survive 1 HP remaining. Even my villager should be able to punch it down. The villager does punch better than the scout. And another settlement going on up for Zeus. Zeus right now has 51 villagers, Red has 36. We've got the vision god power of Set now deployed over here. We'll spot a whole good number of villagers. So other bolt available as well as shifting sands. I do love how in Retold they made a bit more damage building styles. Because the priestess set does get found, and it's going to be shanked by the villagers. Baboon is set so next to that central town center. We've got a good number of spearmen and tuxes here. Do now have the leather frame shields going on up. When it comes to next minor gods, we've got Dionysus or Apollo. Dionysus does provide the bronze god power, an excellent god power. Hydra, which is a good frontline myth unit. Dionysia improves all units hit points 5%, very good generous upgrade. And 13 horses give your cavalry a bit of lifesteal. Apollo does provide a very excellent mobility god power, the Underworld Passage. An excellent backline myth unit, the Manticore. A very good myth unit, I would say. Building line sight, not important. Sunray improves all range units, including myth units. Very excellent there. And of course, you've got the bit of healing, which can be very nice at longer engagements. Dionysus being queued on up. Set could eye for Nephitis or Skemet. Nephitis provides the answers of god power in the Scorpion Man, which does cost wood. Makes the healers heal faster, which is okay. And makes your pharaohs cost less gold, which is probably somewhat important if your opponent goes for mass myth units. The Nebity increases pharaohs and priest bonus damage against myth units, as well as their hit points, which is okay. And Funeral Rise give you a bit of gold rebate. While Skemet does give access to the Citadel, Commander Shepherd's favorite has a favorite store there. Scarabs, if you want a early myth siege weapon. And Force of the West Wind makes your enables catapults early and siege weapons get more crush damage. It actually makes a pretty good anti-siege unit, the catapults. Bone Bow gives your trade archers simply +2 range, which is very nice, and makes your Sling of the Sun gives a bit of bonus damage versus infantry there. Along with the divine damage, they can become okay. I have a feeling he's probably going to go for Skemet, because since Set is more focused on barracks units, but not necessarily mandatory for him, since his barracks units get moved faster, and his cost reduction both affects barracks and mid-gold strongholds. Red now has 3 town centers as well. Vision can be summoned once again, and blue time for some units as well.
Gary.
Military Academy's now going on up. Got a good number of high passes there for counter infantry. Got a number of slingers here. Looks like maybe with that he's probably. Oh no, he is going for Nephitis and not for Skemet. Does have the divine damage for the medium slingers. Peltas being blown in the field. Peltas would be good against slingers, but slingers would be good against Peltas. I think it'd be just better to just go for Hippus at that point. He is going for some Padromos counter cavalry units here, which is not necessary until your opponent ages up, because Set, and as well as all Egyptians, cannot get aged to cavalry. Up north, we do have some spearmen forward, shifting sands villagers away. Oh no, he shifted sands units forward. I got the colors mixed up. So of course is now flanking against good damage on those spearmen. Toxay's in good position there. He's going to be inside that town center. Blue's in good position there to rip everything apart. Priests are not smiting the Hydra. It looks like Red just loses his army. They're just hitting, fighting, and shaking some of those spearmen. Stracia and bronze weapons being researched. Red also has a massive stockpile of wood, and Egyptians need a little less wood, so you may want to get some of these villages off wood. His farms do cost gold. Meagle stronghold now being deployed in the field. This central island does have a large stockpile of gold and a town center. Jason will be smashed in the head by a baboon of Set. Since Red has aged up, got a number of giraffes Set and crocodiles Set, I say he should send those back home and delete them and eat them. And Blue's 9 for the central town center as well. Red is far from Popcat. Blue is getting pretty close to Popcat. And Red's going straight for Mythic Age, going for a Thought. Give access to the Phoenix and also Meteor Storm. Thought does provide the Phoenix, Meteor Storm, Valley Kings. Gives causes your barracks and Meagle Strong units to spawn additional units when empowered, which is very, very good. So just get 100% more efficiency. Book of Thought gives more work rate for all resources, and of course you got better war elephants.
Garrick.
Blue does have the bronze god power, brings an Ancestors to help protect them. Thought is still pretty far away, about 6 seconds. And I do have Hera not being researched as well. Blue's going for some donkey caravans. Red's also going for some Scorpion Mans. Phoenix could be very nice in this situation. Put us have too many myth units front line. Though he's going for multiple fortresses in front line now. Number of patrols field, which is counter cavalry units there. Some of the camel riders. Bolts the Scorpion Man there. We know that's a bad idea since the Age of Power to get completed. The Phoenix coming out a good time. Does bring the Rhinoceros and Hippopotamus of Set. It brings a Meteor God power over here immediately. Good amount of the army starting to go down. I mentioned a lot of the infrastructure there. Villagers got struck there. Blue's army's effectively cold there. He also can stabilize the Hera and Lightning Storm God power. Red's going for some catapults as well as champion Axemans. Blue's going for a heavy number out of Hippus and Prodromos with some Peltas. So Axeman definitely going to be the wrong call. He's also carrying out the various chariot archer stuff. You can use a Pharaoh and empower one of those Meagle strongholds, get some better research or potential double production. Here comes the Lightning Storm. And a lot of the dudes there. So far missing the Phoenix. Does strike the Phoenix here. Now there's a flaming egg in the water. That's probably not good for it. Nor is lightning strikes hitting it. Red's army's been largely cold. Red's trying to go for more Scorpion Mans, more Axemen, and more Spearmans.
Garrick, into you. And Wedge.
We do now have the Agri of Patronage. You get free Myrodromes every 60 seconds from your fortresses, which is always very nice. The upgrade is 500 resources, but it doesn't take too long for that to pay for itself. It just will incentivize blue to get out more fortresses. Except that structure there, these catapults are going to do some good damage versus structures. Myrodrones being summoned. Is that one? Myrodromes are a infantry unit that does divine damage. Nothing too fancy about them. They're just all range units. And right now has 4 fortresses on the field, going for a 5th one as well, so that'll be potentially 5 every 60 seconds, which is quite nice. Iron upgrades as well as core architects. Medusa does turn that person to stone. The Phoenix has been shot down. Its egg will automatically reproduce a Phoenix, give enough time so it doesn't go down. More of these camel artists are just being pushed on the field and being killed off by not doing anything. Blues go for a fortified towns on the front line. Blue's getting pretty close to pop cap, but red is still having trouble maintaining pop cap. He's got some more spearmen. And red has to go ahead and resign there. This anchorage saying thank you for watching, and on to next replay. I have one in me right now for one more replay. I did not get much sleep last night, so I'm getting hit by afternoon exhaustion. Too low. Oop, we can do that one. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age Mythology replay. Spawn on the right side as the blue Thor, we got Pleb. Spawn on the left side as the red Thor, we got Ulfsark Funkarino. When it comes to Thor, Thor is the Dwarves and Armory major god. Start with Dwarves instead of Gatherers. Dwarves cost 10% less or 10 less gold, and gathers food and gold nearly as fast as Gatherers. So they're still inferior than Gatherers when it comes to those resources, but they still retain their high gold collection rate, making a very good generous civilian unit. And you just want to focus on one, you can just simply focus on them. Dwarven Armory can be built and research upgrades in any age. 3 dwarves for every Dwarven Armory research, and can research 3 additional Dwarven Armory upgrades. Of course, when it comes to the minor gods, got Forseti and Freyja. You do have access to Dwarven Breastplate, which is another armory upgrade. Hall of Things, make your infantry and heroes move faster. This improves your Ulfsarks and Erdman hack armor. Pretty useful in this matchup. Norse and dual hack armor. And of course cave trolls. Or you can get cavalry speed and hit points, as well as hero hit points as well. I think overall Dwarven Breastplate, so Forseti I think is better than Freyja in this situation. Neither side is aging up just yet, going for Dwarven Armory booms or explosions, 1 of the 3. When it comes to relics on the map, we've got the Meteor's Throne, reducing the build cost of houses and ox carts, which is okay. Not great, but just okay. Ring of Nibelung gives access to a small trick of gold, which is very useful. Down south, we do have the adamantine shingles. We get hit a house at plus 2% hit points. Very nice. And somebody did pick up a relic. Blue picked up the text of Emohet. Makes your buildings construct 10% faster, which is okay. Do have Foresighting versus Phrasia, so got a bit of difference in minor gods. No ox cart in that region. And the villagers, since they don't have ox cart, are being sent back. Dwarves are being tasked over here as well, which are trying to follow the ox cart. It's a bit of a missed rally there and all that sort. Valkyrie moving around. Do now have the Great Hall being established. And the Valkyrie just trying to be annoying with some raiding cavalry. So it looks like Red's going for a bit of a cavalry composition. Troll. Trolls his opponent. Got some more raiding cavalry being pulled up by Red, so Erdman would be a good option for Blue. Getting trading sums there. A bit of mercy here between just try to save his civilians. Troll does throw another boulder there. Valkyrie took some damage there along with some raiding cavalry.
Tilbúin. Skip, já.
Could take out that one raiding cavalry right behind him. Does not look like Red. Oh, the town center may finish off that one. Nope, does miss them all, but does run to a dead end. One raiding cavalry goes down. The other one may have not have gotten hit there. I think he was hitting the Valkyrie. And was not going for some Erdman. Hammer of Thunder now being reached over for Blue. Red already has his. And now got some Ulfsarks and Erdman now being summoned by Blue as well. Good number of raiding cavalry on the field for Red. May need to get another Valkyrie for a bit of more health regen. At least able to heal up each other. Red's now being establishing a town center up here. And that raiding cavalry will not get surrounded. Raiding cavalry moving around. How many? Got probably too many throwing axemen. 7 too many. Remember Erdman though.
Tilbúin. Skipan.
These guys move at 4.8, so nowhere near fast enough to deal with raiding cavalry. They have to just let them engage. Looks like there is a opening there. Oh, sorry. Just saw your message there. Well, get a good get some good rest. Perseus now engaging does save that wall segment, throwing axemen, throwing axes. And that force is getting quite wounded. You now have the Hall of Thanes here, improving infantry and hero speed. Very important. And especially when trying to pursue these guys. Red's now trying to age up to Scotty, which does give access to Hunter's Axe, Winter Harvest, and Arctic Winds. Which the Arctic Winds improves your ship. Winter Harvest makes your village collect up all food faster, particularly from farms. And Hunter's Axe gives your throwing axe +1 range, as well as give them increased tracking. Bragi does give access to the flaming weapons and excellent god power. The battle boar. The Call of Valhalla improves Berserk's hit points by 10% and gives better favor upon death. Mythian speed by 10% and regeneration. And Erdman get increased damage and bonus damage versus cavalry. That the Valkyrie is taking a bit of time to heal up all those units. Maybe the other Valkyrie should heal up the Valkyrie first. You're actually seeing a Shield Maiden upgrade, which improves the healing rate of Valkyries by 10% or by 33%, as will increase their melee damage by a staggering 50%. Red has now aged up, going for bronze weapons as well, going for his own throwing axeman. Red may lose some housing here. This will, if he takes out the other housing there, would put him pop cap. Right now he's almost at pop cap. Now he's at pop cap. There's the Frost God part. Does manage to get all of Blue's forces there. They get incredibly high resistances, so this won't accomplish all too much. Though Red can get some more reinforcements going, but he needs more housing built. Blue's trying to get some more reinforcements as well. Anything to group up over here, I would say would be good. Blue's trying to calculate the caribou on top of the high ground. Raiding Cavalry engage Raiding Cavalry. Blue has too many throwing axemen in that region against Raiding Cavalry. And Blue's army is trying to defrost them. Blue's army likely will win out. Blue's reinforcements can be intercepted though. Some Erdmen being summoned. Blue's army here should do just fine. Looks like Blue does manage to win out here. Red has not built a large enough force. Has built a hill fort there. Troll trying to troll the Ulf Jarl, which is a medium Jarl. And Blue's not trying to eye for Scotty.
Skip.
Red may lose his town center. Alright, he will be losing it. Red does have some units inside, a decent number of forces, 23 units, or 22 units. Does lose the town center there. Village is also standing fighting there, but looks like Red will have his army picked off. Red has 56 villagers at the moment versus 50 for Blue. And he's queued up a very large number of throwing axemen. Forest fire summoned out by Red. And Blue's starting to fall back at reinforce. Probably his reinforcement line was a little bit too far to reach each other. Units heading up north to collect some more resources. We have now the cave troll being researched, as I was going for more trolls, the troll's opponent. But we got a lot of infrastructure being built, including just a lot of stuff. Blue's now summoned the Healing Spring. Which is actually another Healing Spring. So Blue did spend time on that Healing Spring there, trying to go heal up these units while they build that secondary town center. Red's rebuilding the secondary town center as well. Blue's starting to advance now, and now Blue's aging up, has access to his own frost right now. It could be nice. He needs to angle it so it gets half his opponent's army, so he can kill the one half off. It's actually a little bit difficult. So now these improved hero hit points. Raiding cavalry pushes the way forward as well. Maybe inflict some resources. These guys are classified as ranged soldiers, so they will receive bonus damage from raiding cavalry. Blue's going out hill, forward hill fort there, going for heavy infantry. And Red's going for various upgrades now. And Blue supplied out his gold mine, or Red has supplied his gold mine. Blue still has not supplied his gold mine.
Yeah.
3,000 gold, higher collection rate. Portable battery ram straightforward. Got a good number of all-stars trying to intercept it. Blue has 2 cave trolls in the field to troll his opponent. Here's to fall back on the far side of that hill fort. And now the portable battery ram is connecting with the barracks, but getting protected by some boulders. Red's going for more Goatee, as well as some more Ulf Jarls, or maybe these are just Bright Jarls. They impact Bright Jarls or Heavy Jarls. Frost avoided by Red, not particularly strong one. Throwing accidents do largely avoid it, and the unit in front of him is drawing all the fire. Throwing some pops on out, trying to deal with that portable branding ram. Does take it out. There's 2 hill forts in backline help support him. Throwing axemen or the portable branding ram, battering down the town center. Trying to take out more of these portable battering rams. Town center actually will go on down, focusing on the portable battering rams quite nicely. Does save the town center for now, but another portable that has his own portable battery ram pushing forward, and Red's now falling back, or Blue's now falling back. Frost Giant has gone down. Blue's going for the Winter Axe and Winter Harvest. Hill Fort has gone down. Jarls reporting these raiding cavalry. And Red is making some progress up north. We do have a good number of villagers up north by Blue. Looks like 33, which is a little over a third of Blue's villager count. Almost half, actually. Got some farms to be attached to the front line. This town center still needs repairs, down 31 health.
Yo.
Red's now going for fortified town centers. And now we have a hill fort being established. Handful of villagers on these farms here, but they're about to get knocked out. Red does claim that healing fountain there. Blue does reclaim of the ox cart. Some of these units being flanked and picked on off. Blue's the villagers do escape on out of there. Blue still has a healthy number of throwing axemen, which are not going to be super useful. Red's just going for heavy and cavalry. Does have some throwing axemen go to himself. Right now, just more Jarls and raiding cavalry will probably be good for Red. Does take that town center there. Some Erdmen now push way forward, trying to set those cavalry units. Throwing X-Men starting to step down out of there, but slowly being picked on off. Got a good number of portal battery rams hitting down south. A nice little pop on the far side of the hill fort. Who's going for some more Erdmen to engage the cavalry, and also some frost giants. Throwing axemen being picked up off, largely from the Jarls. Red does have some throwing axemen to be countered with. But it's still just okay. If Red just maintains a small number of them, he doesn't have to worry about being countered as much. Valkyrie stabbing that frost giant, does take it out there. Red's gone for more Valkyries, but just trying to get some health regen as well as some myth units field. Red now has a pretty good stockpile of favor, and with the Shield Maiden Valkyrie upgrade, they're doing 23.8 damage with a slightly slower attack speed. It's probably close to 20 then. 19.8, good enough. Red tried to build some infrastructure there. Blue's building another town center. Blue has 65 military units in the field versus Red's 74, and the Valkyries heading down south for the winter. So 8 ground villagers being brought off the wood line. Red has some wood to work with for the time frame. Blue has plenty of wood. Red needs a lot more gold. But has plenty of food, while Blue has some food to work with. Valkyries do find some of these dwarves there, take some of them out. And the ox cart while at it. Up north, Red is also advancing forward with some various units there. Got a frost giant for Blue. Red has 2 Valkyries in that region. Hill Fort has 13 health remaining. It does have boiling oil research. Villagers migrating up north, that's probably a bad idea. Oh, does turn the Ulfsarks. The emergency Ulfsarks there. Red's Valkyries do come up north, they're pretty wounded. Red should probably take time to bring back the Valkyries, get everything healed on up. There's good enough of those Valkyries just so wounded. Godie's trying to focus on some of these Valkyries, hitting the healthier ones. Yeah, Red's army is just pretty wounded. Could try to capture this healing spring there. Red has to be very careful.
Hver þar?
5 Valkyries, only one of them's at full health, all the other ones are pathetically low. Doof pulls out his Dwarven Gold Mine now. Red should be able to capture that not calm tower. Healing Spring there, which will provide an X amount of health regen. But the Valkyries can require immediately since they did not get healed up the full and immediately get more on the front. Jarl is getting some good damage on those throwing axemen. Red is going for more Radiant Cavalry and Jarls. He's going for some more Erdmen. Red's cavalry needs to fall back to the healing spring and get healed up. They're pretty wounded. And blue just go ahead and resign there. That's Angry, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. As mentioned beforehand, I am powered to fall asleep. That's going to be my last replay for tonight, so everyone, thanks for watching.